The video I didn't find was a keyboard hack, good old-fashioned keyboard hack. MAME will allow you two keyboards, and one is for typing and putting in commands, and the other one would be for dedicated buttons. If you're building a MAME cabinet, you want dedicated buttons. And every keyboard has, in the corner here, a little circuit board. And then most keyboards are wafers, which, here's your wafers. Come on, focus up now. And if you split them apart, you'll see, yeah, do this with one hand. There we go. That one is the power, one is the top and one is the bottom. And when you push your key on your keyboard, it puts the two together. So we get rid of that, and we solder the ribbon cable to that board. Now I've already got this encased in JB Weld. I will cut in a couple of pictures of what it looks like in the ugly soldered version. Okay, because it's so fragile and it's not soldered very well, you encase it in JB Weld or some kind of epoxy that now it's pretty tough. It's not it's not going anywhere. I'll probably put another coat on the bottom just to fully encase it so that it can't move. And then with this particular, I like the ribbon cables. Just because it's nice thin wire and just a dab of solder, and you can put it on the little fingers as you saw in my photograph, and it doesn't really matter where they go. You can see I got them crisscrossed and whatever, that doesn't matter. What was handy about this game, this is for the tachometer for the Off-Road Thunder, and it's just a handy little block that just connects one to the other, so that I could strip the cables. Where's it at? There it is. And make this ugly Frankenstein thing. And basically the first set, the first 7 wires, which were the first hot wires on the wafer, the top was these, and then the rest, I numbered those 1 through 7, and then the rest were A, B, C, D, all the way to T. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that's what letter comes up with that wire, but we just had to strip back each one. You can see I've stripped all the wires. And that way, when you touch 2 wires together, a letter pops up on the screen. Now what's really hard is you don't always see, like if right now if I open up a text document and I'm typing and I just hit 2 and nothing happens, that could have been an F key, that could have been the home screen, that could have been something that I can't really tell. So I needed to download a keylogger. What was the name of that keylogger I downloaded? Where was it here? It's over here in this one. Karnak, that one right there. And what that does is when you type a key, it displays it on the screen. Independent of anything else you're doing, you can move it around and it will display everything you type. No matter whether the escape key, doesn't matter. It displays everything on the screen so that you can see what you just typed. So then it's the painstaking process of taking wire number 1 and touching it to all the others and see what comes up. Wire number 2, all the others. So then what we've done is we make our own map. And when we hold the A would be the common wire. And then when we touch A and N, it's the F2. When we touch A and O, 3. A and P, E. A and Q, and so on. Then the next one, B, is the common wire. And go through and touch all the other wires and see what types. Same thing. 6 is the common wire. 7 is the common wire. So you can go back and forth between, hold each one in your hand as the common and touch all the others. 5. And 3. 3 was the common wire. So you can see that now I have a map of what wires are what. So if I need, for instance, I want to keep the original controls in the arcade game, like the service, volume up and down, and test mode. And that's a perfectly good switch. I can use that in the build. But I need to know what to hook the wires to. And of course, just like there's a common. The black wire on the end is the common. And then you have the white, the red, or the orange, green, orange, red, and I think it's a black, blue out on the end. But that would be the 4 buttons reporting back to the common. And we can set up MAME with that controller using those buttons. If we have an avenue to input, well, now we do, because we know that if we wire them to, let's say, use 6 as the common, then I can change MAME to use 4 of those buttons. I probably wouldn't use that because it's got F keys and whatnot, but I would find a nice, I think it's got mostly letters. I like letters to assign to this switch bank. Again, I just need a common for the black, and then I can reroute and train MAME to use that switch. Just like the steering wheel and all the other controls. We'll keep you updated on how the project is coming together. Thanks for following along.